we've got this 21 years old English Jiu-Jitsu fighter in the middle of Brazil. He just came back from his Brazilian nationals, and I'm actually so intrigued to find out about his experience in Brazil so far. So we've got Reece right here. How you doing, Reece?
I'm good, Ishmael. How are you?
I'm not too bad. So let's get right into it. So you've had your fight yesterday. You've had the first one that you've won. The second one, the guy was injured or something like that.
Yeah, so I won my first match by a submission, but I was happy with. Then during the second match, my opponent got an injury and he was unable to carry on. So obviously I won that one. Then after that, I come up against a really good guy and I got submitted, and he actually went on to win the tournament. So that made me feel a little bit better about losing, but still not happy.
All right, so like I said, 21 years old in the middle of Brazil. How do you feel like coming right in the middle of Rio de Janeiro and you're able to win, get the fights on, and then, you know what I mean, I just want to hear your whole experience about it, because I'm actually very intrigued, because it's very rare to see a 21 years old taking chances and taking risks like this. So people just want to know a little bit about it.
I think it all started as soon as you start training, you hear other people's experience in Brazil and stuff, and you think, man, that would be so cool. So when I booked this trip, I originally was going to come on my own, and I thought, I'm just going to be a gym rat. I'm just going to train. I'm just going to keep training and try and become as best as I can. And I scheduled a couple of competitions, and I thought, competing over here, that experience will be unrivaled. And to be honest, that tournament I did the other day, that was some buzz. That, like, the experience, the amount of people that even register for the tournament just shows everyone there's a hardcore competitor as well. And you got to take that stuff serious as well.
Okay, and how long you been doing jiu-jitsu? Where did the whole idea start from? You know what I mean, being a regular 21 years old and then just taking sport combats in a very specific one. How did the whole idea start, especially coming from England, Manchester, Wigan? So, you know what I mean, people want to know.
I would have been training jiu-jitsu for 3 years come June, and I probably started competing 6 months into my white belt journey. So ever since then, it's sort of just been foot to the floor, competing as much as I can, training as much as I can, just trying to get enough life experience as well along the way. I've been to different countries competing, and I'm not planning on slowing down anytime soon, man. Trying to see everything I can.
Yeah, makes sense. And coming from, let's say, Wigan and being able to be here in Rio right now, what's the future looking like in terms of jiu-jitsu, what do you want in life? Because I'll give you a quick example. When I see 21 years old coming to, let's say, Brazil, for example, for instance, they coming for the ladies, they coming for the whole experience, but you're very different because you came with a purpose, you came with a mission. So what's the future looking like for you?
In jiu-jitsu, I would say two sort of career paths. I would love to be a professional competitor, and I also would love to have my own jiu-jitsu academy one day. Being able to escape the normal 9-to-5 stuff and actually work a job, what I'm passionate about, I think that would be the true happiness in life for me at the minute. Working a job where I actually want to work, and as well teaching jiu-jitsu, I feel like there's just something about that where you're just helping others along the way as well. Even if just helping people who are hobbyists, who aren't into competing, maybe they're using it as an escape to sort of escape whatever's going on in their life. That would be something what I'm really interested in. And my coach back home, I have a really good relationship with him, and he knows that sort of stuff, and I'm trying to be like him, and he's inspiring me to sort of be on this journey and try and do something myself.
So we got to make sure we give him a shout out to the academy. So what's the name of the academy? What's the name of your coach? Let them know.
Big up Pulga Jiu-Jitsu in Hindley, Wigan, and my coach, he's called David Prescott.
Shout out. And now, because obviously you want to achieve these things, you want to make sure you own your own jiu-jitsu academy one day. You want to skip the 9-to-5, which we all know it might be the biggest scam, but that's a conversation for another day. And so what's your routine looking like in terms of health, like nutrition, how you eat, how many times you're training, what's your routine like, your sleep hours and stuff like that? Because obviously to be this competent, there must be, I wouldn't say a secret, but you might have a secret weapon.
To follow up your question, I don't really think there is a secret answer. As you know yourself about being in good shape, you've just got to show up every day, train hard, and even if you're not getting the results you want, you've got to stay consistent and just maintain what you've been doing and have faith that everything's going to work out all right.
Okay, so now, final question on the Jiu-Jitsu side. As a 21 years old, you already know you're inspiring loads of people, whether the younger generation, the new generation, older generation. What would that message look like for someone that wants to be on the same journey as you, whether you want to take it personal or on the Jiu-Jitsu kind of perspective? What kind of message you got for them?
If there's something you really want to do in life and it scares you, that's a good thing. It means that it'll mean a lot to you if it gets right. So if you're scared and you're a bit anxious about doing it, I would recommend just throwing yourself in. The worst thing what's going to happen is you're going to fall flat on your face, but at least you can say you've tried. I think the regret of not trying something would be more serious than the regret of not doing it, and that's something I've really tried to take into my life for the past couple of years.
Wow, powerful message. I've got to shake your hands for that, man. I'm so proud of you. So now let's get a little personal. I don't know if you're ready, but let's get personal. What do you think?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Alright, cool. So how long you been in Rio so far?
So I've been in Rio for just over 2 weeks right now.
Okay, so obviously you already know Rio has that stereotype and of crime, and obviously people coming here for the ladies. How has it been so far for you in terms of crime and feeling safe in here? Like, how does it feel like?
Overall in Rio, I imagine the crime is like something to worry about, but where we're staying is on the entrance to a favela. The Cantagalo favela, actually, what's pretty well known in the jiu-jitsu scene.
Yeah, the PPG.
Yeah, and I imagine obviously if you want to find the crime, you could find it, but it's not like we're going out trying to find this and that. We're just keeping our head down, obviously avoiding the stuff that looks sketchy, but no one's coming up to you and like pulling a knife or a gun on you. So overall, I think as long as you're in the right places and not doing stuff you shouldn't be, I think your crime isn't anything to worry about.
Okay, so now let's talk about little barriers that might be very occurring for you, because obviously you're from the UK and obviously English is your first language. So in terms of like language barrier, how has it been so far for you?
Man, it's difficult, especially trying to order food and speak to people who only understand Portuguese, but you've got to put the effort in. You've got to try and pick up a few little words when you can, try and put a sentence together. And I think if you talk to someone in their native language, they sort of respect you a little bit more as well, and they might look out for you and that sort of thing.
Okay, so let's have a little laugh right now. So tell me 1 or 2, 3 words that you've learned so far. Bear in mind, guys, I speak Portuguese, so I'll translate it for you guys. So 1 or 2, 3 words that you might know in Portuguese.
Como is eat, am I right? Yeah, como.
Comer, yeah, como. Como is like, yeah, you're eating.
Yeah.
Like you eat. Like como means you eat. Comer means like food in it, yeah.
Put me on the spot there. Let me have a quick question.
You've got this. So let's say, how'd you say that? Let's say you don't know how to speak Portuguese.
Right. Eu não falo português. That's the sentence I've been saying quite a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. So eu não falo português.
English as well.
Go on.
Você fala inglês?
Wow, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, guys, Portuguese is actually a hard language. So for you to be able to speak, like being able to pronounce a couple words and speak Portuguese, wow, I'm very proud. So now to finish off, we've come to the end of the, I wouldn't say interview, I would say a little talk from a fellow Manchester brother. And I just wanted to say I'm really proud of you, seeing 21 years old doing his thing. I know if you see or if other people see, but I'm sure you do. On my videos, I always talk about self-improvement, a man being focused on his purpose. And I feel like you're on the right path. So I wish you best of luck. And that's all, man. Thank you, Reece.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
I have a question for you.
Okay. He has a question for me. Let's go.
So, what would you say is the best thing about traveling to different countries and experiencing different things in life?
From being able to travel to 26 countries so far, country number 26, I feel like you start to appreciate things that you never used to appreciate, like the little things. Like, you know, when you come from zero, especially from, let's say, born in Portugal, moving to the UK from a young age, you get the UK system in obviously from your day-to-day routine, and I feel like you start appreciating the little things. You become more humble, and you understand that the world is actually massive. Because when you're actually in the UK, it feels like you're in a little bubble, but you don't understand until you actually get out. So you realize there's nice people out there. You realize things that you used to hear about certain countries are not really the truth, and I feel like you're actually free. For me, everything's about freedom, legacy, freedom. But if you're not feeling free, then you're not able to do anything in life. So I feel like that's pretty much freedom, becoming more humble, and then vitamin D.
The sun is so nice over here as well. Coming from England, you're lucky to get 2 weeks worth of sun, aren't you, in the year? But over here, every day the sun's out, and you naturally just feel better.
I've got something topping you. I've got something just came up to my mind now. So, where would your dream country be like right now? Because obviously you're coming from Manchester, and you already know, like, I love Manchester, but you know what the weather does. So, where would that dream country be like? Where do you see yourself living?
I would say somewhere hot, but I think during the summer in Brazil, that would be way too hot for me. Pushing 40 degrees, I wouldn't be able to manage. I think maybe Brazil, when it's a little bit like the weather like this now in the 30s. And I wouldn't mind going in Italy again, to be honest. Italy was so fun.
So basically 6 months in Brazil, 6 months in Italy.
Yeah, that'd be the life of that man, wouldn't it?
Okay, so obviously you're very young, but how do you see your life like? Do you want to get married in the future? I know it might be too early to speak about these things, but I feel like you're there already in terms of mindset. So obviously you want to take fighting very serious. Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to get like, what kind of, do you want to marry in the UK? Like, what's the deal? You know what I mean?
Man, over here there's a lot of girls.
Wait. Let's clarify. Did you come here for the ladies, or you came to?
I came over here to train, and anything else is an addition.
Okay.
I'm not going out there to chase girls, but finding a nice girl that'll look after you and treat you right and has nice morals, I think that's something every man wants.
Yeah, make sure guys, you protect your sexual energy, man. Find a nice one that looks after you, understand your dreams. Do you get me? So, but yeah, just to finish off, once again, thank you so much, and I wish you the best, and I want you to have the best journey in life, and see you at the top, bro.
See you there, man.